Hi there. We are talking to a familiar name, I hope, to a lot of people in Midland, Molly McFadden. As our little intro note says, she's coming, she lives in Cleveland now, but she's coming back to Midland for two performances. One as an actress and one as a singer. She's versatile. Um, so let's talk about the performance first. It's a play you wrote and star in called Living on the Moon, a story of hope. Now I know
Yes.
it's going to be hard to summarize what it's all about, but give me a try.
Okay. What it's about, and also, Janet, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here, and you are amazing. How you can work out and solve problems. God bless you.
Okay.
You did it.
Well, we're not sure.
Oh,
Okay.
so yes, in 2015, after we moved here to Cleveland, Ohio, I started writing. I loved it. You know, my husband's a writer. I said, well, I'm going to write too. And I came up with an idea of doing a cabaret act. And in the cabaret act, I wanted to have my mom come back and visit me. And people went nuts. They loved it. She came back as a puppet. I did puppetry in New York. I worked with Craig Marin and Olga Felgemacher on Shining Time, and Jim Henson. Never studied it. They said, you're a natural. Anyway, so I got in touch with Craig and Olga, and they made a puppet that is got features that are similar to my mother. And what came out of this enthusiasm and this idea was she comes and music unzips the universe, allowing her to slip through. And before I go out on stage to do this nightclub act, she goes, we have things we got to work out. You haven't finished healing. And so we began our journey of what I was on with her for 12 years when she had Alzheimer's. It was in the 90s. It was macabre. We were fighting the wrong battles. And I was weary of watching the shows about Alzheimer's that were just so pablum. I wanted to bring music. I wanted to bring magic, puppetry, humor, and of course, pathos. And thus, memory arrived. And this is memory. Hello, Janet.
Hello. What red lips you have.
I'm so excited. I'm going to be coming to your turf, your neck of the woods. I've heard all about it. I just can't wait. I'm dressing myself and acting, and I'm just so excited. And so,
And before I forget to add it, this performance takes place on Thursday, August 22nd at 6 p.m. at Midland Center for the Arts, and it's free, but you do need a ticket, so order through them.
and
Okay,
I
so
have to tell you, it's gonna be in the little theater. I can't
right.
wait to see the little theater.
So where have you performed this, Molly?
Well, in 2015, before the pandemic, could you go now? Please. Bye bye.
Bye bye. And kind of keep it short.
Okay. We did in 2015, I did it at the Cleveland Public Theater at Ensemble Theater, and then I went to New York and I did it at the York Theater. Pandemic hit, stopped. Last year, I did it at Borderlight Festival. Rewrote the script, added my daughter, added
Okay.
Kate.
Yep.
She's not performing in it. Trina is in the role of
Trina
my daughter.
Winans is, right?
Yes.
Very
So
well-known actress. Yep.
Wonderful. I was with her years ago. You're perfect, now change. I love you. You're
Yep.
perfect, now change. A comedy, and she did that. So anyway, she's going to be my daughter, and so it's come full cycle.
So how long of a show is it, like
About
time-wise?
50 minutes.
Okay. And what would you hope for the future of it?
Well, I'm going to be going back to New York after the first of the year, and what I'd like to do is take it on tour, because it really encourages people to get early diagnosis. Don't confuse, old age brain with this horrific disease. And there are things you can do to stop
Yep.
it from spreading.
And I should add, while you were in Midland, you did shows at the center in Gypsy.
Yep.
Come back to Five and Dime. I Love You. You're Perfect. Now Change.
Mm-hmm.
And then your husband Brian wrote a couple: Soaring about the Wright brothers and Scratch about the Devil and Daniel. Is that correct?
Daniel Webster, yes.
Webster. I couldn't think of the name.
That's okay. That's a lot to
So I guess in all this you found out you have a gene that means you could have Alzheimer's, correct?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I did research here with the Cleveland Clinic, and during that I found out I have the gene, I'm at high risk, and furthermore, I found out I am in the beginning stages. It's called mild cognitive impairment, but nope, don't be sad, because if you catch it early, 65% of the people can prevent it from going worse and going into Alzheimer's. You have to change your diet, you have to exercise, meditate, eat a lot of kale. Yeah. Oh, it's just so much fun. I have a garden. I want to show you my tomato. Yep,
okay.
That's the tomato. It's a big, but I have so much kale. I'm growing kale. So I'm very hopeful, Janet.
And what have been the reactions when it's been performed?
People are loving it. People come up to me and they grab all the literature they can for themselves, for their parents, their grandparents, and they're like, I had no idea. I'm like, I know, I have to stop. Got to get the message out.
Yep. And I understand it with this performance, there's a little talk back or talk after.
Yes. Mid-Michigan and Senior Services, which will be terrific. Yep.
Okay. So,
yeah.
What a journey. What a journey. So the second thing is, hold on, I got to get my notes. Friday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. at Creative 360. Tickets are $15. And you can get it through the Creative 360, and it's called Molly and Friends. So that dates back to when you and Brian ran this marvelous Molly's Bistro, an award-winning one, by the way, from 2005 to 2014. And you had this trio of performers, I think it was at the time, and also you just brought in all sorts of jazz acts. So it's going to be pianist David Smith, who I guess is also in the puppetry show, bass player Roland Wallace, and drummer Mike McHenry. So what's that going to be like?
It's Old Home Week. We want everybody to come, bring their dancing shoes and dance like they used to at the Bistro. Also, so we had some wonderful singers too. And if Mary's there and Carol and they want to get up and sing, I need to email them. Get up and sing. It's Old Home Week.
And isn't that a bring your own booze and snacks thing? I think, yes.
So think of it as a party.
I mean, definitely. So any particular set list there or just all over the map?
You know, we'll do a lot of the songs we used to do at the Bistro. And David actually came to Cleveland and we did a performance at the Box Stop here in Cleveland, a jazz club. And we resurrected a lot of the music that we did at the Bistro. So it will be a lot of that. You know, the American Standard Songbook.
Yep. So how did this connection happen that you're coming back to do this? Did you contact Trina? Trina heard about it? What?
H.J. Smith, who is a dear friend of mine, saw what I was doing, read about it, and said, oh, I wish you could come to Midland. I said, I would love that. And I realized that Trina was at Senior Services, and I, for a brief moment, worked there, and I contacted her, and I said, hey, Trina, you want to get together and we could collaborate? I could do the show. You could talk about what people can get with care. Maybe Mid-Michigan would like to take the role like Cleveland Clinic, because I do a show here in Cleveland now also with Cleveland Clinic and Benjamin Rose. And those people talk about their services and what the hope is. So Trina was all about it. And she said, I want to do the play. I don't want to do the TED Talk. We do a TED Talk. She said, I want to do the play. I said, great, you be the daughter. And then she went, wait, what? Whoa. And I said, Trina.
So I think that's it, unless you can think something else.
No, ma'am. It's just, I can't wait to see you and give you a big hug and kiss.
And let me say goodbye to your puppet.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah, Memory would love that.
Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye, darling.
Okay, I'm going to hit end, and then it'll be a second or two before it logs off.